Smirk on the outside. Smirk finishing strongly out after Barbrader. Barbrader and Smirk. Belsavoir the inside. Barbrader, Belsavoir, Barbrader, Belsavoir. Barbrader's in front. Barbrader's won.
Welcome to Bet Doctor, behind the curtain look at how pro punters operate. I'm your host Scoot. I'm fresh. I'm joined by Johnny Walter.
Mate, 4 o'clock to get up and make sure that Johnny Depp got over the line. A win for male rights all over the world. We cheered as one. I've had 3 Ritalin. I'm ready to go.
Oh, that'd be standard for you. Mate, you're absolutely airborne at the moment. Last Saturday, many winners, many big prices. I haven't checked your car out the front, but mate, you must have upgraded.
I butchered the shit out of it, as usual. I had the mega multis going into Gary Moore's horse that kicked away the grey, whatever it was called, Too Good to Be True or Better Be True or whatever, and thought I'd won the street, the house, the monster, and I could have tweeted out like super multis. I could have been on a current affair, a bagging Ladbrokes. I saw it all, and then something came down the outside and nailed me. But it was a good day. Well, I can't remember the name. It was the thing we backed in the bull stream at Hawkesbury that got home by a nose, got home again by a nose at 20s this time. Good boy. And Tuesday, one of the boys in the chat room had a little 800 to 1 all up or something, our couple of horses and a couple of favourites. So it's been a good few days.
It's crazy. It's the most double price winners I've seen in a sequence. In heck knows how long. And it was funny. I was in our Discord chat in the Little Birdie one, and someone asked us last week, how do I get in there? And I just said, go to racingwatch.com.au. And I said, it's worth the admission fee to get in there. And I tell you what, if that person joined it, he's had an absolute heater, and he'd be telling 10 of his mates to get in there. So make sure you check it out. And it's just good to see you back.
Yeah,
and it's just
don't
good to see
expect
some
that all
dry
the
tracks.
time, but it was good. It was a few things fell our way for once, and they all lined up. It was crazy, even like things doubling in prices and winning with a leg in the air. It doesn't happen very often, but we take it when it comes.
And Nico, back to Caulfield last Saturday. Jigsaw got the chocolates again. I see it's on the backup. And yesterday you did okay with Chief Altoni late in the day at Sandown. How do you think you're seeing him at the moment?
Not too bad. Definitely just chipping away there. Sandown was okay yesterday. Back TFLO Star, I think, as well. So came pretty close to the Mark Holtz. I think we're around the mark at the moment. Not flying like Walt, but I'm off to the Poly this Friday. So hopefully we can find a winner or two there on the show for the punters. And tough meeting at Flemington, so I thought we might look away and try to find something to kick off the weekend.
DK,
yes.
How was your May?
May was, I think, I can't remember. Was it chop out or something? Anyway, it finished all right. Got a couple of winners last week, but, it's, anyway. We're up and about. Johnny Depp, that's a good result. I actually got invested in that. There's some of the great videos and clips up of all the witnesses and all the shit that went on in that trial. So actually, it's a very good. We're a tipping show, so there was a very good tip for young players come out of that. Was no matter how good a sword she is, beware of the nutcase. That is a very, very, very beware the nutcase. I tell you.
What about the text messages? Some of his text messages were excellent. Like, they went on for pages and they were just awesome. It's just like, she doesn't understand the wrath that's coming. I'm going to put all my time into this and crush her like a grape. It was just, Johnny Depp. He's gone from zero to hero. What is he had 7 years out, mate? He's on the top of the game all of a sudden.
Absolutely. Again. Amazing like that to the top. He risked it all. He's a real gambler with that suit. He said, I'm risking the whole lot here. I'm going. Like, he was just up against nothing. Anyway, but we're up and about. Scooty. So, let's get into it.
Mate, I think you got a good week ahead, DK. You got Echuca, Pakenham, Bendigo, Geelong, Moe. So they're all pretty happy hunting grounds for you, DK. So I wouldn't be surprised if you...
Moe, I don't know about Moe, but the rest are all right. Moe's Moe, I've got a love.
You just drink the Moe, bet on the rest, drink the Moe, you'd be right.
It's a funny track, Moe. It's sort of, it's got that sand base and Gippsland trains and things like that. So I do have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Moe, but Echuca, I've backed 2 in a race there today. We're playing in a race there today, but it's heavy there, and last time it was heavy, the inside was poison. Yeah. So I've sort of covered bases. I've got something that'll be coming down the middle and one that'll be up the front. The Poly, which is Nico saying he's going there tomorrow night. I've just had a look at the Poly the first couple of meetings just to get a handle on it. I didn't want to go blasting in, so you've got to get in a different mindset. Ballarat has gone berserk on pace, which the kickback's still the same. It's always been bad kickback there. But what Pakenham have done, have gone and changed the surface a bit. And I was just listening to Philip Stokes this morning, and he's saying it's got more wax through it and it's less kickback. And what I've noticed, and he said as well, they're winning from everywhere. And he said he's had 7 or 8 runners, and he can't blame the track for one of those defeats or anything like that. So Pakenham's looking good. Every Monday and Tuesday, except for the public holiday Monday, but every Monday and Tuesday coming up in June is Polytrack. Bendigo, Ballarat into Pakenham or vice versa. So we've got to get a handle on it, and I'll see you're there tomorrow night. Nicole's looking for a way there tomorrow. Not the thing I like went up a bit short, so we'll see. But we'll get a handle on the poly. That's short. That's for sure.
Caulfield Intertrack's going ahead. I think it's a good thing. More racing closer to town, and I can't see why there's a big pushback from the industry. Any mail there, Nico?
Perennial bluers, trainers and jockeys. What do they do? Just blue all the time. Anything. Seriously, how can they blue about an Intertrack at Caulfield? They haven't been, what's it been, one turf track built in the last 30 years at Pakenham. They're trying to do something different, build a new grass track, not a poly track, and they want to blue about it. Like, seriously. Like, as I saw people going, once it's up and going and it's racing well, everyone will get on board. But, God, can't they blue?
Maybe the blues about, it seems like they're substituting this track for Sounddown.
Well, he said they're not.
Well, I think that's where a lot of the people sort of have their gripe with at the moment. But
the Sandown sale's got to go to the members. Like, are the members going to vote? Everyone say, well, if it goes to the members, it's got no hope of getting over the line. So, and Moonee Valley's out of play. That was the other thing. They said, well, they're getting it up and running quick because Moonee Valley, they're cashing on Moonee Valley going out of play. But he said that's not the case either. It's a consideration. But no, I reckon Caulfield's always been a good track to bet on. And you get a nice turf track, that can hold up in the winter time. I can't see the issue with that.
It's a head scratcher for me. I would have thought more racing at Caulfield, and the track, the facilities, were absolutely gone until Brody and Mike and a couple of those guys, Turner and Caulfield, they started investing. I see that they've just bought the poker machines off Hawthorn Footy Club. They've diversified. They've turned Mornington around. So to actually go to the races, Caulfield's outstanding, and I think MRC are smart people.
Smart people. When all the footy clubs were conflicted with all their pokies, MRC said, well, we're gaming, we're gambling, we're a racecourse, let's get in and get them. And they've done that, and it's boosted. Now, they're big property developers, they're big business, just MRC in general, or whatever their actual business name's called, with property, pokies, pubs, everything. It's a huge organisation in the end.
Missing another P. John Walter, you going to say something?
Mate, I just wanted to, we talked about Johnny Depp, but the other big win for Australia this morning, PVL, now on the board of the Kangaroo selection for the rugby league. Like, could you think of a more, qualified man for the job? So he'll take us to another level there. I think, the three countries that play NRL will dominate now because of PVL.
How is that possible?
Supreme leader can do what he likes.
Can you imagine Giles going and helping pick the All-Australian team in the AFL? It just doesn't make sense.
I happened to mention in the chat that he will end up Prime Minister this morning, and someone told me I was an imbecile. Well, if anyone wants to bet me a big price, I'm happy to invest because he's on the way to the top.
Oh, God. He just finds a way into the headlines, doesn't he, PVL? It feels like we haven't spoken about him for about 4 weeks on the show, but weaves his way in. He probably picked the New South Wales Origin side, and that's why Queensland Plus been off the map.
I can't even joke anymore. Good luck to him.
Queensland Carnival, I'll tell you what, Eagle Farm Track is racing beautifully. We'll ask Turbo about his thoughts there. But
wasn't it a good 3 last week or something? I heard.
Good 4, good 3, yeah.
I was speculating it was going to be at least dry, and then I heard it got to a good 3.
They watered on Friday.
Yeah.
The water.
And plenty of it.
And
Maybe
over the road.
8 mils or something, yeah.
What did it really race, a fast 2 or a fast 1?
I haven't looked, mate.
Huh?
It's all too much. Haven't done the reviews this week, so
Just greying yourself up.
haven't done the reviews.
Oh, jeepers.
I thought the fence would be off for sure. And when old McAvoy kept putting the right-hand blinker on up the fence, I was having a heart attack a few times there. I think he butchered a couple, but he got a couple.
Is Mick Goody the mastermind behind all this? Where is he?
He doesn't mind a tweet.
He's on Twitter. Yeah, he's on. That's the only place he's seen, on Twitter. He don't mind a tweet, but he was in and out there. Don't know what happened there, or who he upset, or what happened. But anyway, it's still a mystery.
He sent me a couple of messages. I had no idea it was. I'm looking at it like I never read the name because it's Twitter or whatever. You're just always used to someone abusing you or something. And yeah, far out. He's very active.
He'd just be perched up at the Brecky Creek Hotel. He used to be at the Ascot Vale. He loves a scuba.
Early morning settler.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he probably starts at 3 a.m. Same time you're going to bed, and you rise at 4 a.m.
I had the big fella out this morning, not that one.
The Manscaped?
Yeah.
You give yourself a clip?
Yeah.
Tell you what, I got a lot of good feedback at Hamilton Island. I had the shaved pins, I had the lot, did it in half an hour. And if you're a hairy mammoth, I'll tell you what, Manscaped's for you. The weed whacker up the nose, I forgot the weed whacker. I left it back at the Gold Coast. By the time I got back here, I
Couldn't breathe.
Oh no, I couldn't.
Couldn't
the
breathe.
runways were just clogged up. What were you going to say, DK?
No, go far away. Keep going. No, we'll talk about it later.
No, it's going well. Like we've still got yet to find out who gave the positive feedback. Where was that? Was that in-house or was it one of the boys?
There's a couple of different people.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Massage lady.
both sides of the equation. I tell you what, you struggle to get a massage at Hamilton Island. They're through the roof. And
Yeah,
it's
they're
just-
about
there's not enough
400 now.
staff.
Oh, that's what I want to ask you. How are the X's there? How are the X's with the closed shop gotcha for the whatever you got to pay for a food and drink? They stick it up here, or is it not too bad?
No, I didn't mind it. The mains are sort of 25 to 40 upper echelon, so it's no different to sort of
It's the same at Coomera,
Melbourne
mate.
prices. Prawns were 52 a kilo from
That's
the
all right,
IGA.
really.
The IGA had everything.
So
So
drinks.
yeah, the cocktails are about $20 a throw. Bottles of wine were similar prices. You can't get any cheaper than 60 or
crazy.
$70 for a bottle of wine when you're out for dinner. But I think it's middle to high, but it's not gouging. Definitely not gouging, DK. And they've got everything. They got the boats, the snorkeling. You got the ATV, the go kart. So you take the tin lids, and the kids love it because they're all on the golf cart.
Go-karts.
No, the golf cart. So you
Oh,
just get off the plane, you get the golf cart,
whiz
and
around. Yeah,
you're all around the island, and there's nice, not many waves around, so the kids can go be in the pool or the beach, and no stinger suits at that time of the year. So I think if you go the non-stinger times, I think that's the best time to go to Hamilton Island. So big tick for me. I slaughtered the golf course. I played terribly.
Mate, it's
got a new
impossible
setup,
that
but
joint. Holy hell.
it's the Irish drop. So if you're in the
in the
the
cactus,
piss, you just got to drop another ball because there's too many snakes
fought
and
400.
stuff. So anyway, I tell you what, it was a lot warmer than what it is here. It's not Arctic down in Melbourne, and I saw a couple of the horses jump on the plane over to Ascot, so that's exciting. They've headed off to Royal Ascot, but this week and today's show is going to be all about the Queensland Oaks. We've got Tommy Turbo, so hopefully, tell you what, he needs a little bit of a jigger, Turbo, just to wake himself up. It's been slim pickings for Turbo, but I tell you what, it's been a bit tricky with the tracks in his defence Thursday when you're doing the form, and then with the weather. It was a beautiful track last Saturday, and I think
he was pretty stiff last week. Tycoonus, he tipped at $10 and it barely got a run the entire straight. So I'll stick up for Turbo there. That should have gone close.
Why
to
would you
winning,
stick up for him?
Tycoonus.
You've got to put the knife right into the bloke, twisted it as
You're
often as
putting a
possible.
knife into him, so he's got to have some friends on this show.
I think he'll be back this week.
Huh?
Did Zaki get beat? Did it?
Zaki did get beat, DK.
Oh, when yeah. Oh,
$1.20 something. Oh, thank God. Can we have one of them every week, please?
what beat it? Polly Gray or something?
Hooter.
Hoiter.
Never heard of it. Who is
Hoiter.
it?
Hoiter.
Moral.
Up the fence. Great price too. Another one for Walt.
Glad you didn't watch the show last week, DK, considering you hosted it.
He tuned out for the Queensland segment, most of it.
Turbo. Anyway, okay.
I think the track's going to be perfect this Saturday, so I think Turbo will hit some out of the screws. Mug's model, Owen County, went 1 out of 3, which is not bad for the Mug, given he's...
The biggest price of the three, too,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, anyway.
Mug's rough, he might have to change the segment. Anyway, Mug tweeted his meal last night, and here's a picture of it now on screen.
seen
The old corned beef, wasn't it?
What is the mystery substance top left? Is it applesauce? Is it...
Could be just straight
Is
fat.
it, is
I
it
think it
fat
is.
from the
Lard.
from the corned beef? What is that? DK, you got any
That's
idea what that is?
I'm thinking you're right. Apple, that sort of chunky apple sauce.
That is
sort of thing.
not apple
I just don't know why you'd go
You
for.
can't have applesauce and white sauce on corned beef. You can't have both.
That is a proper 1950s meal. That. Jeez.
Someone tweeted in his mug in jail, but I thought that was a bit harsh.
Yeah, if you got that in jail, you would blow up.
I don't mind corned beef.
Mate, what is...
Rosehill this week for Mr. Walter and Mug's. Mug's happy with Rosehill. Loves the
Rosehill?
Metro stuff. It's his.
He's horrendous.
It's
Like
his own bet.
whatever Nico saw, I'll swap with him. I'll take Flemington or whatever the hell he's got. It is the worst meeting I've ever seen.
So that's a bit of
But
positivity.
there's 200 horses. That's the main thing, you know.
I don't know what's happened to him while away, but maybe he's like this every week. I'll just come back with
it's
a
the
different
third Ritalin
mindset.
tablet.
TopSport Steamers, tell you what, they were really unlucky with Holyfield and would have kicked our quarter into overdrive, but we missed the last
We
leg
spoke
anyway.
about
So
it, Holyfield.
Hey?
That thing coming from Rockhampton, that Rockhampton race, wasn't it? Well, we were
Did it run in that, did it? Is that where it was? It looked home the other day, but it's got a bit of that about it. It's a bit of a suck, needs everything to get knocked over, hit the front to win horse. Old Holyfield.
TopSport is our major sponsor here. They're family owned and operated. They're betting very tight percentages, some of the big Group 1s already. So if you want to have a big swing at one, make sure you check them out. And Nico, we're going to kick off with you. You got Flemington on Saturday, but you reckon you found one here at Pakenham. Race 8, the TopSport benchmark 64, 1400 metre handicap. And let's have a look at the market here. And Hello Broadcast is the favourite, 480. Chips are down to $5.50. Champions League is $6. Froston is $6. Singleton Park $6. Bravestar $7.50. Almighty Will $14. Running Cloud $20. And Hilverston is $21. And you can get better the rest.
4-1 the field.
Yeah, so this is wide open. The bookies think, but Hello Broadcast, some dubious and some colourful characters here. Clint Hutchison, Jay Tan, and a couple of the race calls are in this one. Here it is, Nico.
Hence named Hello Broadcast.
Yeah, I think Matty Hill, maybe even Flindell as well. So he's got
broadcast.
He's got a bunch of owners there, doesn't he? They're looking to get a return off him. I think he ran like overseas. I think he ran in the Coventry Stakes over in Ascot. He ran 6th. In a Group 2, and he hasn't really troubled the score here in Australia. I think this start, he could have well turned it up, but he had every single chance there. The blinkers go on Friday. I think they'll really help this horse, and I think he might be a bit better ridden off the speed. They sort of rode him cold first up, and he ran really well, and then that start he was sat right outside the lead, and kind of he could have turned it up there, but I think the blinkers going on, Billy Egan going aboard. This horse, at his best, I think his best runs in Australia have been when he's been ridden back off the speed. He ran second at Cranbourne one day, split Brazen Song, and the third horse was Quintallo, who's come out and sort of kicked on with it since. Then he started $9 in the Country Series final behind Bermudez, where he got back and charged a line. So I think the blinkers going on here. Barrier number 7, I think they may take a bit more of a conservative approach. Billy Egan's absolutely flying.
It's the right rider to take the more conservative approach.
And like you said, DK, the track's playing really well there at Pakenham. Profitable combination when they combine EJ and Billy. He's a trainer you want to find, EJ, I find. Like in these sort of races, this is very well placed, this horse. Like last prep, he's aiming up at a $500,000 race. Like that was his grand final. Now he's all the way back to a 64 at Pakenham. Like blinkers on. This is kitchen sink job to get him a win. And I think he finds a pretty suitable race here. I was kind of happy to be with him at sort of 480. If he can't win this, he won't win a race in Australia. So kitchen sink job, everything's going to be thrown at him. You get Billy. I thought the danger was probably Brave Star, also be having something on him, sort of 750, another import who probably hasn't lived up to everything they might have thought he would in Australia. But I think getting onto a firmer surface might really suit this horse. So he charged the line last start at Cranbourne, gets Johnny Allen aboard, who's really good on these synthetic tracks.
He's just owning Ballarat. I mean, that's his black shorts, but he'll be turning up Pakenham for the first time. But, Jesus, just the way he's getting them out of the gates and on speed. And then he speaks after the race. So one, Snow's getting behind in the kickback slow horses, and 2, there's on-pace advantage. I'm just putting my horse there. Yep. He's just winning races by putting his horse in the right spots.
So you get no knocks there, and I think he might be a horse that really might relish that sort of firmer footing underneath. So sort of 750 Brave Star, and I think Hello Broadcast, anything sort of over 350 for mine looks pretty attractive. I think he's going to be very hard to beat there, mainly due to the opposition. Like Singleton Park won last start at Ballarat was just a win. Frost and I got big doubts over at 1400.
Walt asked Walt question without notice. The John O'Shea horse here, Walt?
Champions League.
Champions League or something? Just come down first. Jay Carr's going there to ride it. She has only one ride in it.
Dead set can't place it.
Is for it. No.
Is it run like here or is it?
Be looking for a firm track or a poly track, I'm tipping.
It's now copped a trainer change. Now with Clayton Douglas. Had a jump out and went well, and it was $10s into $4 off the
old jump out groupies. Oh, yeah, crashing into each other to shoot down the tote.
It's only got a drift. Yeah. I think you'd probably get like $8-9. Maybe you could chop out on it.
They're just ruthless, though.
I thought if Hello Broadcast can't win this, well, he's in some strife.
So if you leave him there.
And Billy Egan, has he got a new manager, or is he going to see Walt's drummer? It usually just snags him out last and runs into all sorts of trouble.
No, well, his camp's on fire, but he's riding winners for other camps as well. And they're not all going, like a lot of these pain things that have been winning have been, the things he sent to Mildura, that are all up the front. So
that helps.
He's versatile, even though I found him at 350 to evens the other week and 150s beat me, but I had a big horn because Billy, the same thing. Well, Billy's going on beautiful. Billy and blinkers, but anyway, variance, what do they call it? I'm not a big believer in it, but that's what happens.
Okay, so kickstart the weekend with Friday night. Hello Broadcast. Flemington, some deep fields there, and it's a tricky card, but Let's have a look at race 7, the Silver Bowl Series 1400 metre race. Odds courtesy of TopSport. And the favourite here is Cardinal Gem, $4 for Beggy. Jordan Childs rides. Takes over from MD. Literary Magnate is $7. Aaron Bay, $7.50. Adela Moore, $8. Sinbar, $8.50. Jigsaw, Nico's horse, goes around again looking for 3 on the trot, $11. Tahine is $11. And Jimmy the Bear, 13, and Newlywed, 19, $20 or better. The rest, we're going to have a replay of Cardinal Gem. I'm going to close my eyes because it was a sick watch this.
The big flashing light. Probably should have gone close to winning this day, Cardinal Gem. This is kind of the lead up. Jimmy the Bear wins. You got Aaron Bay back to the fence. They're also in this race. I think Daily Bugle's also there. Star of Chaos back there battling in the yellow colours. She come out one by the length of the straight yesterday.
Massive.
So
Jesus, tailed him.
maybe that sort of breaks the form, but he just gets back, charges late here. He's a horse. You had a bit of time. Didn't you back him when he made his
Well, he did, and he won it. A similar run, and he got through. Like he does horse who needs a touch of luck because of his racing pattern, but he won on the poly, actually. He won on the poly for me.
Market was really strong on with him that day. I think he was 6 into $4.40, and he just didn't get the luck he needed. He's a back market. That's going to happen. Draws barrier number 6 here. Jordan Childs knows the horse pretty well. He sort of rode him all throughout last preparation. They aimed up. Like, they ran him in the Blue Sapphire. They ran him in the Sounddown Guineas. He started $6 in the Sounddown Guineas. If this was that was a soft 5 there last start at Flemington. If this was a similar track where you'd say he's going to be very, very hard to beat, the issue is he does have to face a heavy track for the first time in his career. But if you're sort of willing to take that risk and think, okay, I think he can handle the heavy track, he's definitely the horse to beat. Like, that was an enormous run, I thought. And looking at him from a yard point of view, seeing him his first 2 runs back this prep, I think he's set to peak here, sort of third up. The only doubt in my mind is whether he does handle the heavy track. But there's a few of them in the race that have the similar sort of query. So I think on class alone, he's the best horse in the race, and I'll be happy to back that fact in. Thoughts
on the 12, the Kiwi import? D, I see, has jumped onto the back of it. Ben and JD Hayes, can you tell us about its win at Pakenham over 1200 in the maiden? Maybe DK or Nico?
Went like a rocket, didn't it? Went like a rocket. Is that Tuahine or whatever the thing's called?
Tuahine, yeah.
Yeah, it went flew.
Yeah, it was big late. You could definitely have a look at her at a bit of a price. I was surprised she didn't come up a bit shorter, to be honest, given the style of the win and then sort of some of the form lining behind her. I think Celsius Stars come out and won since. Pride of Galway is going to run tomorrow sort of with that Celsius Star form. So it's sort of all stacking up around her. You could definitely have a look at her at a price. And MD does go aboard, who is a bit like Billy at the moment. His camps are starting to really hit some form, and he's riding well, MD. So you could have a look at her at a price. There was a big win at Pakenham on debut. I definitely thought it was a saver, and knowing our luck, because I always tune into your stuff, Nico. If D's off and we get Jordan Childs, he's our nemesis sometimes, Michael D, and it's just as likely that horse just sails over the top of us just to absolutely crush us. But I'd be playing Cardinal Jeb and then maybe having a tiny little saver on Tuahine. We found him yesterday, MD. We copped a good ride from him, so we're due to cop a bad one now.
Possibly, yeah. I love it when I land on MD. Him and probably Jay Motta be the two jocks I have the best strike rates I'm most luck with. Because I know they occasionally get it wrong, but they don't make many blues. They might get the luck, but no, MD got one home. What about that? What about the fog? What about the fog last week? Were you on Hamilton Island by then, Scoot? When Kilmore was enveloped in fog for the first 5 races? It was absolute, you couldn't see him.
We were playing golf, I think. It was beautiful.
Yeah, that'd be right. Yeah, that was good. So race 1, what about race 1? I bet in race, they've turned up, the fog's covering the joint. And I found, I liked one. I said, as long as it lands in the box seat, so they've jumped, couldn't see him. Then they got that Stewards Tower at about the 600. You got one view of them for about 4 seconds, and it was in the 1-1. I said, oh, beautiful. Then they disappeared to the last 20 metres. I'm going, they're coming out of the fog. I go, where is it? Where is it? They got beaten 10 lengths. 10 lengths behind me. I said, what's happened here? Anyway, luckily the next race, Mick D, you could see him from the back of the thing, straight to the front, out of the fog, 4 lengths in front, MD. So, that was fun. The old betting into the fog. It was good.
Seen that often? I've never seen that.
No, I've seen it maybe for race 1 and then it's just completely lifted or something. Not completely enveloped, but geez, that was something else watching that. No, because I went to boarding school there. Yeah, that reminded me of old school days. Like the day it was a cold joint, Kilmore. Fucking cold joint. We used to cut our knees on the ice on the grounds, like playing junior footy at 8:30 in the morning, and then we'd have to run to the showers from the dormitory to the showers at 7 in the morning. The school external showers in year 10. Oh, mate, it was freezing. What a joint, Kilmore's. I was telling a mate the other day, it reminded me of the old school days. Anyway, back as we were, Scoot. I'm going off on a tangent, but the people who think who got me on the under 7 words will have done their money.
I just don't know where this show's gone. Where do we go there? I think we're in the fog.
I'm done that's me for the show.
I just pictured DK running out of the hot shower through the fog in Kilmore like David Hasselhoff. It felt like there was just visions.
I'd love just to see old footage of DK, full head of steam, just barreling people on the ground. Be like that
on the ice
on day 3 of the Twitter stream.
That was me, back pocket plumber. And that dude, that was like Croft used to get tagged every week, tagged in like school footy, and we'd say run him down the back, running down the back line, Croft, get him across the front of us because I'll line him up and take him out. That's what that was a go. Take out Croft's tagger. Who can take out Croft's tagger this week? I was back pocket plumber. That was me. Kevin Sheedy, Mick Moldhouse.
It's a nice little segue into Eagle Farm. I'll tell you what, he's just come from footy training. Tommy Henjak. Mate, what is that kit, Tommy? What's this? What's this jumper that you got on?
I don't know. I don't know where to go from there.
Well, you can't say he's got the guns out because
there's
there's
you
nothing
playing
there.
for, Walt? Who's your jumper?
I've got the
Racing
Watch Wombats. We're in 8th division. We're in 8th division. Geez, it's a bit cold. I'm putting the sleeves back down, mate. I don't know how you're coping with that.
Tell you what, Tommy's found the coldest day in Queensland.
You got Big Bertha to keep you warm at night.
On a serious note, Tommy, before we lose any more listeners for the show, half the field's probably gone and deserted us and jumped onto another program. But Eagle Farm, I tell you what's handled the rain perfectly. They watered it last Friday, and that track is absolutely back in business, isn't it? It's a miracle.
Yeah. Kind of looking at the race afterward, the meeting afterward, the lanes were completely even across. You could win from anywhere. The winners, it was all tempo dependent, and most horses seem to be handling it. I think there's a few that come out of the runs definitely saying it's a bit firm. But last week was definitely good. It'll be interesting on Saturday, though, because there's been a lot of windy weather this week and a lot of sun out, so it will be a bit firmer than what it has been the last couple of weeks.
It's going to be a fantastic day on Saturday. I can't wait for it. And I think we're just going to kick into the racing just for a change, stop dribbling. No offence to you, Tommy Turbo, but...
Well, I've taken offence. Don't worry about that.
Race 3 Eagle Farm is the Treasury Brisbane Phoenix. It's a great casino up there. It gets real loose.
Race 3?
What?
That's all right.
It's his segment.
I'm just checking it out.
It's the moral. Political debate.
I think it is.
Did anyone see that message for Twitter last week where they said, is that good-looking bloke ever tipped a winner? Is it definitely Tom they were talking about, or was it...
Tell you what, he needs a bit more work in the gym.
He needs a bit more work to fill that jumper out.
Any wonder he bets on a Saturday.
Let's go race 3.
He hasn't got the build for it. Okay, political debate is a favourite. J Mac and CJ Waller, 210 into $1.90. So C price, light price, take price there. Sharp and smart is Hugh Bowman and Team Rogerson, $7. I love that it's Team Rogerson. Imagine if it came out and just said Team Waller against all of it. You could just cheer your team, Chris Waller. You'd love that.
That's basically the whole meeting at Rosehill. Yeah, Team Waller. Yeah.
West of Africa is $7.50. Liberty Steps is $9. Ringmaster $13. Sandpaper $13. And big odds the rest. Let's have a look at the last 400 of political debate. It's buried defence in, I guess it's just the royal blue. But
Coolmore colours.
Could be wrong. Coolmore colours up the fence. And it's just making ground nicely here, Turbo.
Yep. So it's in the Cornwall colours. It's going to get a similar run here. That was 1,200 metres 3 weeks ago. We got up to 1,500 metres here on Saturday. And just the way he worked into the race there late, you'd think he'd be crying out for 1,500 metres. And he hit the line behind Swiss Exile, who didn't win last Saturday, but it was an enormous win. Stuck on speed, beat off all the other ones, and was run down late by a pretty smart one. And she's a belter, I reckon. But political debate looks really well placed here and looks like a really weak 2-year-old race over 1,500 metres, which I guess isn't a big surprise. Kind of the other ones in the market, West of Africa. I thought he could kind of improve onto a dry track, but I thought the horse it had the back of there at the Gold Coast a couple of weeks ago, Robusto, it come out and didn't really do anything last week. So, yeah, I mean, the other one that I could make a case for was probably Walt's mate, Mount Brilliant.
I can't believe you found it. How is it 30s? I'll let you
I'm
run
not
on
sure,
with it.
to be honest.
Yeah.
That was a provincial meeting there at Goulburn. You kind of look at the first start run there at Canterbury over 1,200 metres. Did a lot of work to find the lead there and stuck on really well. I just didn't think it really had a turn of foot to be effective over that sort of distance, and then just ground him into the ground there over 1,400 metres at Goulburn. It's a Redute's choice, so you'd think it'd appreciate getting onto a dry surface when it's been stuck on wet surfaces all preparation. It looks to find the lead pretty easily. For me, it's the only danger to political debate.
Redute's choice getting back onto the dry. $5 the place looks a nice little way, so you could
Place, just unload. It's just a huge price. It's a big Redute's too. It's not a little Redute's. And you said that race at Canterbury when I was on it for the place from a nuts and it only died the last 50. He's dead right. It's just if it was 1,800, they wouldn't get near it. Backing trip a little bit, but on dry, and it does look like it'll get the front. Timmy fired up. He doesn't have many other strong opportunities on the day. He'll be setting them alight here, and 30s is just wrong.
I'll tell you what, I think he's got a couple of very big opportunities.
Yeah, well, you just want to bet in the hardest race possible. I want to bet against the back marker, little maggoty run on, never in the race, $1.90 chance on the 30 to 1 chance. It's going to be out in front bowling with the Gay Waterhouse polish.
Just back them all. Just keep betting. Just bet. Back them all.
What are we multiing Mount Brilliant into? That's what I want to know.
Maybe you shouldn't have multis and you would have got the lot last Saturday.
I like the pain. I like finding the winner and getting the pain.
But you're just trying to win the racetrack all the time.
I just want to look after my mate DK. I just want to put him he's in a 5-bedroom home. I want to put him in an 8-bedroom home.
He's out of credit, so he can't talk for the rest of the show. Race 5, Eagle Farm, Madam Sass Lightning Quality Handicap over 1,000 metres. Boom, Nova. You'd love to own a horse like this one. 280. Sam Collett rides Contemptuous 340. Similar story there. Winning machine, this thing. And Garibaldi 550. Esther La Rocca $11. Lloyd Kennerwell, we love him. Gogol $15. Nidorp $17. Archer's Paradox $20. Stoichel is $21. Yuzmanov is $21. Dr. Zeus $26. Kozios is $67. And I'll go the lot. Nimbo Stratus 101. I think that's a cloud. Now, the last replay we're going to have a look at here is Nidorp winning, or not? Is it winning, or just running at the Sunshine Coast? It got snagged back. It's in the black with the white sleeves, and it's peeling off them now. So they taught it to switch off this day.
Yep, they took it back over 1,000 metres and it hit the line really well with two pretty smart horses, being Star Tontes on its inside in the pink and the black, and on its outside is Just Sweet Belle in the Mark Curry colours, who come out and it beat up Zoo Style and a few others that were actually in this race subsequent. So kind of the theory here is Needle from the inside gates is going to get a really suck run, and the two favourites being Boom Nova and Contemptuous, I cannot get them this short. Boom Nova was a pretty spectacular win last start at Eagle Farm. I mean, there were big margins there, but there were big margins throughout the entire meeting. That was when it was raining throughout the entire day, and visibility was a big issue. It carried 54 there in a Class 6 plate against 77 Raiders. Now it comes up to a listed race with 54 again against some tried and true 1,000-metre listed sprinters in Brisbane. So to take $2.80 with a few horses up there in front keeping it honest, I think that looks short enough for mine. And the other one, Contemptuous, all its form was kind of over 1,200 last preparation, and it had small margins to Gogol in one of those, and Gogol's $16 and Contemptuous is $3.50. There's no real public trials or jump outs to go off to suggest that Contemptuous has gone to a new level, which it probably has to in a race like this. So I'm just thinking that the two favourites are probably a bit vulnerable in the market, might have a look at some of these other ones.
Don't mind the theory, don't mind the price too, $17. Value hunting in a really tricky race with a bit of speed on. All right, let's have a look at the Queensland Oaks. We'll just get the market only. There's so many form lines colliding here. Aravine is the favourite at $4.20 in from $5. Gypsy Goddess is $4.40. Arbrader won last start $8. Belle Savoie is $9. Glenna Hope $14. Last start winner at Adelaide Oaks. Honey Creeper off a bit of a freshen, $16. Dynasties Waltz Horse $18. Lavilli $18. Biscayne Bay $21. Now gets Zara over Carr. Mokalua is $21. Smirk $21. Gin Martini $26. Verona $26. Taranga $41. Festival Dancer $81. And much, much better the rest. Interesting race here. Caroline Jennings Can you boys down in Melbourne tell us much about this trainer?
She's the private trainer for, what's his name, Jamie Kennedy, that got the big jewellery shops and all that.
Oh, yeah, the guy who bought the slot for the Everest? Or
That's him. Thought he didn't know what he was doing, one of these tinkler blokes coming in, got no idea and everything. But it hasn't panned out that way at all. She's got a terrific strike rate. I don't know, you'd see what her horses look like in the yard, Nico, but
Great. They all look outstanding.
they look outstanding. Preble, they've got Preble on a contract as a stable rider. I don't know if Turbo's tipping this thing, but I know this horse. This is a very, very smart animal. I remember when it won its maiden and then it came back and it's won too. But so I'd be thinking this would be hard to beat up there.
She seems to be good with placement. Like, I know this horse is in a Group 1, but it deserves its crack. But the other horses, like, she's had a few that are pretty smart. She races them through their grades well. So I think she's profitable for her whole career. She hasn't had that many runners,
No,
but
yeah.
she's the one that's easy to find.
Thoughts here, Turbo?
she's fresh, right? Yeah.
Yep. You had a look at the race, or
Nah, not really. This is Johnny Mac's race, but I don't know about that Barb Raider form from last week. I know it was a bit of a sit and sprint job, but there were small margins there between a few of them. I mean, I'll probably have to have something on Gypsy Goddess being the Queenslander, and but I just like that David Van Dyke said on radio yesterday he's just going to give William Pike an open book with the horse, and I just kind of like to see that when trainers
Pike doesn't need an open book, mate. He just takes a sit. Doesn't matter what it is. He'd take a sit on Black Caviar in a bloody 3,200 metre race. He doesn't need the open book up W Pike.
oh, it's an interesting one. I had a bit of a dig around this race for the show, obviously.
Hang on. Is this Scooty's moral?
Could be.
Okay.
here we
So
go.
that didn't go that well in Adelaide, did it?
It's all right. No one goes well in Adelaide.
Yeah. I thought there's a couple of queries. Aravine back to the good. I know it hit the line okay at Flemington on dead rated tracks. Probably they were fast twos if you listen to Walt, but I couldn't really knock Gypsy Goddess. I thought Barb Raider had every chance. Got an absolute PR last time, and I agree with what Tommy's saying there. Glinter Hope, I think, is a big query running out the trip. And then the horse I sort of come up with was Lavilli. I went sort of looking for Biscayne Bay from the Mar Eustace yard. Mark Zara takes over. Jamie Carr gave that an absolute steer, but I thought the dead ride in the lead-up was Lavilli, and now Tim Clark gets on.
You just go and looking for Australia. We got a new sponsor that have you got the roll the dice hat? You got the wrong hat on.
Hey?
Have you putting the
Australian
Bloodstock hat on?
But I'm not, you got a problem with them as well. You got a problem with
I'm
everyone,
just
so they
thinking,
may as well
you're not allowed to
off the tee.
talk about roll the dice a lot, so maybe, it opens some more doors.
Oh, who knows?
Yeah.
So I think Lavilli was the eye catcher last week. Suited on the back up. It's the Kiwi. It's been a 2,400 before, and I just could not believe it was $18.
It's a big price, I agree. He did give it a good ride last week. But
well, if Tim just goes a little bit more forward, this horse has got a
he'll
finish.
go more forward.
And if you go back to the heavy start run in the Sydney version,
kept slugging, didn't it? It kept coming and coming and coming, even though it got back too far. Yeah. It's just you got to work out which ones are dead from ridiculous preps. Look at Honey Creeper; it's had 14 preps or something in one prep. Gypsy got that form at the Gold Coast looked horrible. That race that Dynasty's won, it just looked horrendous. So if you pen the Barb Raider form, you got to go looking for either Roughies or Aravine. I think Aravine's just got a really good sense of timing, but it's not a race you'd really want to have your last on unless you've got the Scooty's moral at $18.
Well, I've done John Walter pricing and I've priced Lavilli $5, so you can even get that price for the place.
$5.
So
Is that dependent on any sort of wind direction or?
No, well, you just come up with these crazy prices, so I've just installed this at $5 favourite Lavilli.
How are they crazy? Your price is a price.
It's a moral.
Price is a price. Well, if $5 it can't be a moral, you should have marked it $1.37, something like that. Then it'd be a moral.
Mate, it might be. Post-race pricing, Gary Park style.
Pricing.
That'd be the go.
Oh, God.
All right, we'll let you head back to the gym, Turbo.
No, don't go. Have you looked at race 8 at all?
Race 8.
Yeah. I just thought the market was wrong, and there's a couple there that I was sort of
haven't
waiting
had a look
for.
at that yet. It looks an interesting race, but who do
There's
you
a
like?
horse there, Let's Be Glam, that went like an absolute jet first up for Pike, coming off a former trainer of Trent Busserton, DK's third favourite trainer.
How many lengths improvement do you give from Buston Young to Tony Pike?
Well, it improved about 5 first up, I think, and like that was literally first up when the day that was hard. They went 100 mile an hour. It chimed in, and 21 days. It's not the race you'd want to find it in. Like, it's a pretty tough race. You would have loved it to find a race that can dominate and probably back in. I think it's a filly, isn't it, or a mare or whatever. But Special K there, very short. It's had 5 runs around this track and never really got warm, has it? I think it's run second once and thought it was a winnable race.
Disappointing last start, that Kementari.
Even though it was a wet track, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that, let's be glam. It was like, it was an advantage to be in that running line that day. But the other thing with these Kiwi horses, they really spike second up over here. We've noticed a lot that kind of the first up run, they're just really fresh and they're just kind of having a hit out. And those second up runs they just run through brick walls next start. I imagine Shooting for Gold's probably thereabouts in the market, and it probably doesn't run 1,200.
So Let's Be Glam's $14. I can't really understand it. No, the other horse that I thought might be better odds that went good first up in that race as that baller, Bowman, gets the Bowman, the perfect draw, sits closer to the speed. I thought it could run well as well. I think it's like $8 or something in from 10, but looked a good betting race.
Yeah, it looks a cracker because Penn through Kementari, Penn through Nicanova, who wants it, who's better on the soft, and then Shooting, as he said, like it just doesn't run 1,200.
Wonderbar can win, but it's drawn horrible. Yeah, those two just look like they can run very well at big odds.
Anything else, Nico? Anything for Turbo?
Nope, I'm aboard. I thought Lavilli was a great one in the lead up last start, and I backed her in the ATC Oaks, so I'm sticking fat there with Lavilli. I'm with you.
What's do we have Mugs Moral?
Coming soon, mate. You can't jump the gun.
Well, I want to get the early odds Malting Scoots Moral into Mugs Moral.
It's a Waller runner.
What you've got to get in is the action of the $500 date credit when you go head to head with Scoot. So you should have organised that, because Nico's set for about the next 3 dates, isn't he, at the moment? How many times did he get you?
Oh, if Tommy's not backward and coming forward, if he finds Caroline Jennings, he might take her. If you can take her out for dinner on Saturday night, I'm happy to pay. You said it. You asked if she was single. Go find out on Saturday, and I'll share your dinner.
I'm tipping if you wear that to the races, you could pull any bird on track.
All right, we'll see how we go then. I'll report back next Thursday.
Beautiful. Can't wait for the receipt. Interested to see where you take us. So macbet.com.au if you want more Turbo stuff, and if you want some health and fitness advice. He looks like he's shaping up nicely with the sun on his back there, but he'll be with us all Queensland Winter Carnival, so we'll track his progress. Well, we're going to keep moving along, or the show will go. Thanks, mate. Or the show will go forever. John Walter, we're going to have a look at Rosehill, and you found one in the first that you want to sink your teeth in. I tell you what, this is.
I've only got notes for Brisbane. What am I going to do here?
I know. This is the first time you've ever brought notes to the show.
I just like to be prepared for Tommy.
The TopSport Handicap over 1,300 metres, Rosehill Race 1, Baroque Road is $2.30 from the Gaybot Yard. Madam Pomeroy, $3.20, Back Row $5, Silent Star $15, High Blue Sea $18, Aussie Penco is $19, Serrati $21, and much better the rest. Madam Pomeroy, last start winner here with the purple and white just peeling off their backs with the baldy face.
Yeah, so this is first up on a heavy track. They went quick. This horse is just not entitled to do what it did here. Like the stablemate's coming down the outside. It had to run this prep and the cold sit on it. As it's this horse had over raced too in a forward position and should have the edge knocked off it. I love that Waller's sort of giving a lot of horses. I think this is on the 2 weeks, so I'm baking that. But he's really gauging how well his horses are coming through these heavy track runs. He's not pushing them on, and if this horse has come through that run and improved it all, it's going to get. I think Baroque Road's a very good horse, and it maps nicely, draws wide to sort of go forward and control. But if Madam Pomeroy can just have that edge knocked off her, improve a little bit, sit right behind Baroque Road, he's going to want to be good to be topping that performance seat. Like he's, I just think that probably the betting's around the wrong way. And I do love the extra pain of just chiming into a Waller runner and
the shorts
and just copping it off. And he is a little bit dicey, the old off a bang performance Waller next start, but this horse looks just a little bit different. Looks like it's come back a better horse.
What about Josh Parr on Aussie Penco, the Piero? Wrong wallet. Any chance?
Oh, always. But that's just added, like you enjoy that. You enjoy when it sails down the outside. I think it happened yesterday in Melbourne, and or is it Melbourne? I think Brisbane. It was Brisbane's the Leaks race, the wrong wallet. But all those things are just added bonuses when they happen, especially when they're inexplicable.
A little cream on top for betting in New South Wales against Team or with Team Waller or against Team Waller. It's just Team Wallet.
I was ashamed that Tommy didn't do. I had a quick look at that race 6 or whatever. Nudge, Tissue, Kiku. I think there was one other. Like, there's just 4 of the same horse in the race. It just does your head in. But anyway.
Okay, that's racingwatch.com.au.
That's all I've got for Rosehill. Jesus.
So it might be a quiet one. He might throw a bonus Eagle Farm set, and you can have Lavilia.
Yeah, I'll just do.
You can take Lavilia as your
I'll
best.
do 19 races for the day. We'll be right.
Just handball it across. But the tracks are starting to dry, so Walt's starting to fly. But we're actually coming into winter, so none of that's going to hold for too much longer, which is a bit of a worry.
Oh, God.
Something that's not a worry is Muggs Moral.
Hi, guys. Muggs Moral this week. Last week we went 1 out of 3, but the moral, I have put it in the bin and we dance. It's racing this weekend. It is in the bin. Never touch it again. If I do, you can come and hunt me down and do whatever you want to me. So this week, boys, we're back at the Muggs home track of Rosehill. We're going to race number 9, the 1,500 metre race. Number 14, Wicklow. This horse, since it's come to Australia, has never run a bad race. First at Newcastle, first at Rosehill, and third at Rosehill. But I think by then, when it ran third, it was coming to the end of its prep. First up, 2 starts, 1 win. Great trial for the first up run over 1,000 metres. Jason Collett, barrier 1, will be midfield behind the pace. Barrier 1. Jason Collett's one of the good jockeys riding there on the weekend. Good wet track for Barrier 1 will be winning. So, guys, the Muggs Moral this week is race 9, number 14, Wicklow. Good luck. And what does the Muggs say when we find a winner? Go find your bookie. Good luck.
Interesting with the and we danced, just putting in the sin bin, and if I back it again, do whatever you want to me. Come and do whatever.
So he's back to Chris Waller back marker on a wet track from Gate 1 last week, and he's blowing up that it didn't get to the right part and didn't perform, and he's chimed into a first up Chris Waller on a wet track from Gate 1 this week. Take of that what you will. Danger, Will Robinson.
I will join the mug there, though. If they get beat on me at short odds, they are in the bin. Well, I've backed them, and they're short odds in their right race, and they've gone over. Off they go. Bye-bye. See ya.
There was a sentence there. There was part of your sentence there, in the right race, that may be the issue there last week. But, yeah, it's a hard horse to catch that, and we danced.
Hey, can you find anything to beat it on it, really?
Who's that? Wicklow?
Yeah.
No, it's just impossible, mate. It's impossible. It's a good horse. It's a very good horse, Wicklow. It's just if it's vulnerable first up. If it's vulnerable on a wet track, and it's vulnerable from an inside draw. So, it's the best horse in the race. I certainly concede that, whether it's ready to go and whether it, gets luck or whatever. Rosehill Gate 1's not as bad, but you certainly need luck at a good ride.
All right. TopSport Steam last week, as I mentioned earlier, Eagle Farm, they found Hollyfield, which was off the map, 16 into about 950, and a very, very unlucky run there not to win in the first leg of the quaddie. Rosehill is the first steamer this week. It's race 1, number 4, Silent Star at $21. So this is against Walt's tip, Madame Pomeroy. So this has been 21 into $15. Jay Ford for G. Ryan and Alexia.
Scary stable. They get them ready. I'm definitely not going to knock one of theirs. They had a good little 2-year-old that went around yesterday called Capoletti. It'll be winning soon. Not sure about this one. He's run into a couple of nice horses, but I'm definitely not knocking it at 20-1.
And the next one here is at Flemington down in Nico's Hood, race 3, number 6, Grand Remore, 200 at $21. And this is from the Australian Bloodstock camp
is it
here.
Lees or is it Waller? It's Lees, isn't
Lees.
it?
Yeah, Blake McDougall takes the ride. Have you had a look at this race, Nico, yet?
No, I haven't had a look yet, and I don't even know who that horse is. So.
It's a bloody good horse. It's actually got ability, but it's. I think it went like a bomb first up, possibly, and then it's had a couple of misses. I haven't had a good look at it, but it's got ability. Like, it's worth keeping an eye on. Maybe it's been searching for drive with just guessing, but it's worth looking at.
Interesting little field that might need closer inspection, that race. And then this other one is Eagle Farm race 9, number 9, Dynasties, 200 at $17.
So yeah. It went horrendous the other day.
Back in Sydney. It was a weird one because it won at the Gold Coast and it went back to Sydney, and now it's back up there for the Oaks. So
I think it might be one of those old goes, like, what was it, $1.90 last start, one of those SP, maybe someone just sniping the old SP overs that beat these sorts of horses last start back to there, $17. bit of an auto bet for someone who likes the SP profiles, maybe.
Yeah, it's just sort of, it comes out of that 1800 metre race. As you said, the forms
Come down the right part of the track there. Looked like it was pretty flattered, but anyway.
Better roughies in the race, just in my
There were a
opinion.
couple of Snowdens that did find the line there quite well last Saturday on that track. So, maybe a form reversal is not impossible. Definitely, again, not knocking it at the price that the way that, what was it, Naj Marty and the She's a Dealer hit the line last week. Holy heck.
It just blew us out of the quaddy, Naj Marty. We risked it. We
Risked it for the biscuit and you got beat.
All right, I think we're going to have a great weekend. The punt this week, some great tracks, some of our favourite betting tracks. Hope we've found you a winner or two back at home. DK, good luck with your tracks out wide. I think June will be good for you. And Nico, you did us a favour yesterday with the free set yesterday that we tweeted out from the Discord channel. So good luck.
Where are we today? Where's DK chasing today?
Chuka, black shorts. Love a Chuka.
Yeah,
I'll
so-
keep an eye on it.
They're heavy though, heavy. The fence was cactus there last time, so anyway, we'll see what happens.
So, Nico, we're not allowed to talk about it, but everything good on the home front there. I haven't seen the receipt for the dinner date yet, but are we still alive there?
Still alive. Still
Got
kicking.
a pulse? Good.
Got a pulse for sure. So
Get up the ante, take it to the grouse.
there's not much to talk about anymore, to be honest.
Oh, wow. Stunning deal. It's going steady. You're not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, but now that he's got 500 to take her out, you've got to go to another level. Something's got to happen.
I'll tell you what, his punting needs to go to another level because it's just keep paying.
Oh, mate,
As
I'll give you the
DK
one
knows.
tip. Opening letters is a bad thing to do. I just hate them. Everyone's got pain in it.
I was at Hamilton Island before we even left. Alana's looking for, so when we come back next time and looking for accommodation, there's just no respite, is there? They're just into you again.
Expenses,
Anyway.
my friend. Anthony Dowdy used to always say to me way from a young age, expenses, my friend, expenses. Keep an eye on those, manage those expenses. And as you get older, and as Scoot would understand, missus and kids and all that goes with it. And, well, you've got it all in front of you, Nico, all in front of you.
We've been playing Trivial Pursuit, and every time a geography question comes up, it's like about the Greek island. Oh, I'd love to go there. I've had to ban bloody Trivial Pursuit. It's like, Jesus Christ, it's giving me anxiety every time we play it.
Just keep backing winners, Nico. Take it very, very slowly and just keep backing winners.
That's it.
Sound advice.
Follow us on Bet Doctor TV on Twitter, and then you can jump into Apple and Spotify podcasts if you just want to listen to us on the run and fast forward all the garbage. But we're on YouTube every week as well. So we'll see you next week. I think
Cheers,
that's it.
guys.
That's
Good
the end of
luck.
the show. Good luck.